Hi, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. It's a very interesting experience, this life is. Sometimes you say something and then you can see it so that you can really see the realness behind like what's going on. Sometimes you think of some stuff and it's just all of a sudden it's bam, it's there in your face. So the last video I was talking about is basically like having enough and just having enough. Stop with the extra, stop with the excess. I believe that that's where most people, especially here in the United States of America, are struggling the most. You have enough money. You do. You do. It's where you put the money is what is troubling you. So something fascinating happened to me today. So if you see a bunch of smoke, I got my grill going. Every time there's like a so-called holiday, I just get the grill going nowadays. I don't know why. It's like a habit, a routine that I don't know how to get out of. But I went to an auction. It's a small animal auction, so mainly it's birds. So chickens and roosters, and they had bunnies there, and peacocks and hens and all kinds of like lovebirds and pheasants and stuff that I've never even seen before. It really got interesting so pretty much we're all there when we all kind of have the same type of stuff going on. We all have, for the, say, one animal that pretty much all of us have is a chicken. We all have chickens, and we're there basically buying and selling chickens. I like those. I don't want these anymore. We're just swapping them around. So something that came up that was very eye-opening for me. Yes, it was just incredible to see. Edible eggs. People are trying to sell edible eggs at this auction. And what's a weird thing is trying to sell eggs to someone that already has eggs. That's a very challenging thing to do in reality. And I'm sitting here watching this go on and watching how these prices are working. Because that's the first thing I'm trying to learn is how these numbers work and how everything is. But it really got to me. When we're trying to sell eggs, that pretty much like me, trying to sell eggs to me right now. I'm not gonna. I don't want them. I wouldn't give you 10 cents a dozen for them because I already have too many. I mean, I literally have like too many, and that's something that is which most people that have chickens. That's the common theme that we all have. But when they're trying to come to us to sell us some, so there had to be at least 75, maybe 100 dozen in total had eggs, edible eggs that someone's trying to sell, like different type of people trying to sell. So the prices are going to go strange here, and this is the thing that I just realized. This is the mindset that I think we should be looking at with everything. Not we, but me, with everything. I already have enough. I don't need it. So if I do get it, then it better be such a deal. Like the price better be just such a deal that it makes it worth it. So at first the eggs, they were barely selling at $2 a dozen. And these are farm fresh, real. I don't want to use that word real because some of that stuff in the store, I'm not 100% sure if those are real eggs. I haven't bought eggs in years, but back before when I stopped buying them, they used to upset my stomach and they would give me this weird taste in my mouth. Just like the word I want to use is a metallic taste. So I can go to the store right now, which I just came back from, and the eggs there, like the, say, comparable ones, they're like $8 to $12 a dozen. $1 an egg, that's insane to me. But I don't see how some of y'all, I've seen the prices going on around a lot of different places around here that some of y'all are like 15 plus for a dozen eggs. Incredible. They were struggling to sell them at $2 a dozen. So if this is something that, I just saw this, and this is a really interesting system right here. Because these eggs, since they're not, I don't know if I can say this or not. Yeah, because we sell them all the time. They're not washed, they're not treated, they're not nothing. So they last for a month or two. Some of them, in reality, if you keep it in a nice, cool place, in a nice, dark, cool place, they'll last for 3 months. So you can go to one of these markets and go pick up 20, 30 dozen of them for $2 a dozen and be set up for the month. So you don't have to go to the grocery store and spend your $8 a dozen on eggs, and you're getting a way better quality of egg. But I just realized how hard is it to sell something to someone that they already have? The prices started going down even more. They started to go to $2 for 18. I was like, man, they just can't get rid of these things. And they just got it. I don't know what the auctions are, but everyone I've been to so far, like everything sells. It's going to sell. If they had to go down to 50 cents for 18, it would have sold. That's what it would have sold at. And it's just incredible to see how the mindset is when you already have enough that it better be this spectacular deal to be able to just get myself to want to get into it. I'm just looking at that with everything right now. If I look at the price, and the price is just what it is, so I can just take any item. Any item is a $100 price tag. I already have enough. What is this $100 item going to be able to do for me right now? Nothing, because I already have enough. So if it drops down to $5, that's a sweet deal. That's a deal that I might want to try to jump on. That's the part that I just realized, especially this past few years, of I'm not this like rich millionaire, got all this money and all this everything, that I make less than what a lot of people think you need to be able to live a good life. And I realized I've been able to make it work. And lately, I've been making it work just absolutely amazing on the idea of just, I don't need it. I have enough. I don't need any more. I don't care if I desire it. I don't care if it might make me feel good. I don't want it. Because what makes me feel good is to go back into taking more care of what it is that I already have. Stop worrying about what's over there, but taking more care of what I have. What I need in my life, what I already own. What I already own. Most of the stuff that we all have, we already own it. Outside of sometimes our vehicles and things, but we already own it. It's not on payments. It's yours. And if you just keep it, take care of it, sit with it, you're going to realize you have a lot more than you actually have. A lot more. You're living a much, much, much better life than you ever thought you were actually being able to live. And it's something that I don't know why today just really got me thinking about that concept again of just what I was talking about of having enough and then seeing it, trying to sell something to somebody. But it's in my mind today of looking at it that everything should be looked at in that lens. Everything. Do I really need this? What is it going to do for me if I get it? Is it going to give me benefit or is it going to be a nuisance? I don't know why I can't stop talking about dogs because they in my life. And I still right now, I don't know if I ever will, maybe a horse, but I don't think so. They're my favorite animal. They are hands down my most absolute favorite animal. They are the best of the best. So they're just a part of my life. So probably the rest of my videos and the rest of the talks and the rest of everything I do in my life is going to be talking about dogs because they're just an absolutely incredible animal, especially when you learn you have enough. Because that's the thing I can say with certain extra cues and commands and everything. Is it going to help you or is it actually going to hurt you in the long run? You're going to put all this into it when you didn't really need it. And it's something that I just realized goes on with a lot of people, with a lot of y'all's dogs, that you're putting so much into it. Like, it's fascinating to me that I'm just sitting here and I've been doing a little more work lately. So my dogs are a little extra tired, but it's taken me in reality a lot to just get them to hang out. And once I understood how to be able to get them to hang out, I don't want any extra. I don't want more. And that's the one thing that's like training always, she keeps pushing at you, that you need more. You need this, you need this, you need them to look like this, you need to be like this. You need more. You're pushing for more. As opposed to just being happy with nothing. Literally, happy with nothing. What more do you need from the dog? Nothing. But just to be able to hang out and be with you. Just to be near you. Just want to be near you. Want to be close to you. Have a desire in it that it wants to just because it's all it wants to do, not because of all this extraness that's going on. I just realized like this stuff just works with almost everything as a universal law in these lands. Everything is being forced at us. It's like you need more. But in reality, you just need nothing. You need nothing at all. You need to learn the skills, the art, the habit, the just existence of nothingness, the existence of just being content with nothing, absolutely nothing. Because I believe that this is the thing that's struggling us today compared to, especially say 1,000 years ago. We have so much. We have so much that we're just getting into, so much that we're dabbling, so much at just an insane amount of stuff. Too much stuff. We could travel too much. I mean, it's all great. It's cool and all, but think about it though. We could travel wherever we want to. We can move and go wherever we want to. We could buy and consume and watch whatever we want to. We could listen to whatever we want to. We could eat whatever we want to. Maybe that is the downfall of us. And that's not actually helping us and getting us to get into a better place. Because something that I maybe even try to personally do my own self is eat in the seasons. So if the fruit isn't in season for where I live, then I shouldn't be eating it. If the veggies aren't in season, then I shouldn't be eating it. And it does something to just like let you realize like it limits you of what you're able to actually consume. I can't easily just go so I can get tilapia, bass, catfish. I don't really eat catfish. I've never had bass before, but I don't have no Alaskan wild salmon. Something that I'm literally going to cut out my life right now because I'm realizing most of it is fake anyways. But it's not normal for me to be able to get such a thing. I just need nothing. I need what I have and nothing more. Nothing more. And it just simplifies everything to just really just like take the extra pressure off of you. It just takes the pressure away when you just have and keep and maintain just enough and not have more and not think that the more is what's going to be able to make you feel like you're valued or you have this savings account set up, for instance. I mean, keep some money on the side, but your items, thinking that those items, like a TV in every bedroom, like a couch in every bedroom, like a bed in every bedroom, like a filling up all these paintings. I mean, some paintings, you get me on that because they're actually like, they're a tradable, but just the normal stuff. You're going into IKEA, you're going in the home goods store and just buying all this stuff just to fill it up, thinking, oh, I'm wealthy now because I have all this. But all that is reality. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just another thing to just add to the burn pile and watch it just go up in smokes, because that's all that it's actually worth. Nothing. So having all that and still having nothing, I'd rather have nothing and put all of my resources, all my time, all of my money, all of my everything into getting nothing. So I'd rather just stay and just have the nothing and just enjoy it and just live in peace with it. Because I realized like that I don't know why, but I started coming up with that concept, that idea in my brain of just like doing nothing with the dog. And it literally, I'm telling you this because it's just my life experience. It does something absolutely incredible. Like you're going to have what I'm not going to say promise, but I'm going to promise you that you're going to have what you're looking for the more that you start to do nothing with them. Nothing with them. Stop trying to get them to sit and down and place and hear and all this. Do nothing with them, but just hang out with them. You're going to see something absolutely incredible. Just so incredible. This is what I do with all of my animals in general across the board, but the dog is the one that's the coolest. I just sit and hang out with them. How do I get my fearful chickens so that I could just walk amongst them, walk in their coops all the time, and them not freak out? Because I just sit there and I do nothing with them. I just sit there. They see me, they're scared, like, oh my goodness, this guy is crazy, this guy is scary. And then I just sit, and then they just come up and investigate, and they start picking my shoes and jumping on my foot and jump on my shoulder. Some of them start jumping on my head, and they just like, oh, this person's pretty cool. I just sat and I did nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not throwing them no food, because man, I want to talk about other animals, but I might start up a whole nother channel, like a straight farming channel. Just like I don't even say that, but homesteading channel, because that's more of what I prefer to get into, is helping you with like not what I'm doing. I'm doing too much right now, but I'm doing that to learn. And but to be able to like help folks out with just having a small little group of stuff and what to do to be able to get your animals to be cool with you. That's one thing that I've just learned across the board with every animal I have. They're all cool with me. They're all just relaxed with me. They're all just chill with me. And I realized, especially loading up my cows, these last ones to go to the processor, as soon as you try to introduce food and treats, the suspicious level on the animals just increases just tenfold. It's an incredible thing to see. You think that the treats are working, but it actually increases the suspiciousness. It increases the fear. So when I go to the chickens and I start throwing them food, they're looking at me like, they'll grab the food and look at me like, what's going on? And I just see this as a universal thing with dogs. And I see this as a universal thing with us as humans as well. We think that we're buying all this stuff to like feel better, to get better. But in reality, you're buying and having and introducing more stuff into your life, and you're only getting more and more suspicious. Especially, oh my goodness, what's the phrase? More money, more problems. The more stuff that you have, the more you're like, oh, I need an alarm system. The more stuff that you have, oh, now I need a security system. The more stuff that you have, now I need a body, like a bodyguard security system. I need somebody to be with me all the time. You start to get more paranoid. You start to get more suspicious. You don't get calmer and more peaceful and more joyful. Because I don't know who would want to rob me, but I got some stuff I guess you could take, but I'm not on this high level because I don't care about all this extra stuff. I wear paracord bracelets and I do spend a lot of money on this watch each month. It costs me like $20, $30 a month, but that's just for my health metrics. But I got nothing on me for anybody to take. My suspicious level is low. I'm not all on edge of like, what's going on, looking over my shoulder about anything, because I don't have something that someone else in reality would ever even desire. And that's something to just be able to allow you to just be able to, all I can say is live and just be able to relax and be able to just be comfortable. That's what I just recognize and realize about, especially just my dogs. When I just sit and do nothing with them, they're not on edge. They're not nervous. They're not worried. I sit out here and it'd be thunder and it'd be lightning and it's crazy stuff going on. We just hanging out. We just being. We're not doing anything. We're just gonna be able to relax and be. The word I like using is in tune with each other, not on edge of like what ifs and what could be's and any of that, but just chill. And that's something that I think that a lot of us are just missing in life because we're trying to find more. And the more that you keep finding yourself to get into, the more that you're just not really getting into that level of peace that you're actually desiring. You're just going further and further into just more chaos, more and more chaos. So when I just sit here and I'm just relaxing, I'm just sitting here. It's a joyful, or in the house, I don't care where I'm at. Or if I'm like walking in, working and doing what I'm doing and moving mulch and building coops and doing whatever I'm doing, we're just hanging out. There's not like I need to give you this and give you this and give you that to make you want to stay with me. it turns into an absolutely incredible experience with, I'm going to say, everything around you. When you're not trying to bribe, you're not trying to force, you're not trying to dictate to, you're not trying to punish to want to be with you. You allow everything to want to be with you because it wants to, because of the nothingness. And I believe that that's a lost art of all us, as everything already still is. The animals live in nothing. They're not playing video games. They're not watching TV. They lay in the bed and they just sleep. They don't do anything. They're living in what us as humans also, I know we used to live in, but we don't anymore, because there's just, everything is about money today. Everything is about gimme, gimme, gimme. I want more, I want more, I want more. They're trying to push all of that on us. But if you already have the mindset of, I'm a chicken farmer, I already have an unlimited abundance of eggs. Everything is trying to sell to you is a dozen of eggs. Do you need it? No. So just leave it alone. Thank you. Hi. It's still incredible to me. I was going to make a video way back there. I don't know what it is. I just like sitting right here. It's a nice experience to just be here. But it's so interesting to see this Dalmatian today compared to months and months and a year ago of her walking amongst, because they're the same chickens that are out there. It's literally the same ones. They were a little bit younger, but the same ones. And today she can almost allow them to, like, we can sniff each other and they just hang out. They're walking with each other, just being with each other. Whereas she used to want to just go on a rampage. She went on rampages on these things, just going absolutely intense, absolutely insane. And the main thing I do is just sit and do nothing. Sit and do nothing. Sit and hang out. Sit and relax. Because it's cool to go to these these auctions, especially the one with the cows, because a couple of guys had a couple of the cattle dogs out there. It's so fascinating to see. These dogs are just out there. They're not leashed. They're not even talking to these dogs. These dogs are just moving around. They're just walking amongst the cows. They're sniffing the cows. They're just cruising. No one's really even giving these dogs any direction. The dogs are just there, and they're just the calmest, so soft, so sweet, so adorable looking animals that I've ever seen before, because they're able to just do what they do without us having to bark orders at them about every little thing. And I just realized, like, that truly is the best thing with animals. We're always trying to bark so many orders at them as opposed to just doing nothing with them. The main order I just say is stay with me. Stay with me. You stay with me, I'm going to keep you safe. I'm going to make sure you're not too excited. I'm going to make sure you're not scared. I'm going to make sure your life is good, nice, solid quality, stable, consistent. Just the best of the best. If you just stay with me. That's all that I'm asking from you. Just stay with me. And once they learn to just stay with you with doing nothing at all, that's when the beauty in my mind just really starts to get really cool, really neat. Because then when they start to go a little bit too far, you just say, hey, come here. And they just like, okay, I'll come right back. Because I even say that. I'm not even talking to her. But she knows I'm not 100% talking to her. But she looked at me like, what you want? What are you doing? And I could just say, come here. And it doesn't need to, because it's a big thing that if someone says they don't do this, I don't know who you are. But I used to yell a lot at my dogs, unfortunately. I used to have to get extra for them to even like flinch to like look at me. So nowadays, I might have to go extra where I up my voice like that, but nothing where I'm like having to say yell at the dog anymore. And I believe that's because we've been able to get to that calm. And now anything extra, the dog already knows. Oh, hey, what's going on? What's happening? How you doing? Where you going? What are we doing right now? And they want to listen. But when you get extra, when you yell at the dog, you get attitude at the dog, you get snappy with the dog looking at you like, I don't want to be around that. They can start to get suspicious. Like, what's going on? What's happening? I don't want to be around you. I believe the one thing that we just don't spend nearly enough time on is getting the dog to be calm and just hanging out with it. Getting yourself to be calm and just sitting down and hanging out with it. Getting your kids to be calm and just sit down and hang out with them. Getting your spouse to be calm and just sit down and hanging out with them. Getting your coworkers to be calm and just sit down and just shut up and do your work. It is what it is. And it's like something that, it's like a lost skill that we don't really do anymore. We're just trying to do extra as opposed to just doing nothing. You want to come say hi again? Come on. I like this dog. So one thing about this dog, come here, you come on. You come say hi. You got to come say hi again. She has a delay. It's the part where, like my shepherd, my collie here, all my other dogs, she's the only one that doesn't. Even my Pyrenees is snap. Dang girl, you trying to smell that breath? She's not snappy. She has a delay. So I look at her, I say, hey, Ophi. And she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? It's not instant. It's weird. It's so strange how it's not instantaneous. Let's see if I can try to do a little short video about that. Just seeing the differences of how they all, when I can say their name and how they look at me and what they do. Like she comes to me, I would say like 99.9% of the time. But she has this like almost like she's trying to process. Oh, you like smelling my breath, huh? My breath is doing good. Breath is doing good. We're getting really good because I don't want her. I'm not down with dogs licking my face. I don't really even like dogs in my face. But I've given this specific one an exception because this food drive. Because I think my next video is going to be a video showing me me showing how I feed her and that whole process of how she looks and acts. But it's insane. So she can't lick me. So I'm transitioning from get out of my face, and I just don't want to be like harsh about it. I guess I can say of just like we'll get there. To now she'll smell my breath. I don't know why she likes smelling my breath, but she never licks me no more. And then now I want to get to the point of you could just keep your face next to my face, and then we'll just keep working from there. I'm gonna slow and steady. I'm not worried about. Someone would say you have to, or you could just smack the dog to get the dog out of your face, and they'll stay out of your face. But I don't know. I'm doing everything I can to not have to do that with certain things that I notice that she really likes. I'm trying to show her a different way. And but she has to think through everything that I say. I say, hey, Ophi. She's like, hi, how's it going? But I say like, hey, Oriole, and this dude is like, what's going? What's going? Like it's like instantaneous. It's so strange. It's a very interesting experience of just seeing that all dogs are different, people. For the people out there that are like they're all the same, I can work them all the same and expect the same from all the same. Nah, they're all different. They're all very, very different. That's something I can even say on this video right here at this moment right now. This dog is different. If you're thinking that you're going to get yours to be just like how she is and how I got her with the deer and everything else, my dog is different. She's different than what yours is. And that difference is the cool part about the dogs. But don't expect that we all want the same stuff because we all have different types of dogs. Even if you have the same breed of dog, we all have different types of dogs. Because every time I see somebody with a Dalmatian, I don't know why, but I just go ask questions. I just ask questions how are they with the food? How are they with running? How are they with chasing stuff? How are they with all kinds of things? And I just hear all kinds of different stuff than what mine is like. I hear one thing that's similar is they like to just be on their own, to do their own stuff. They like to do their own stuff when they want to do their own stuff. I hear that as a very like universal thing with this Dalmatian. But as far as everything else, they're all so different. They're none of the same. That's why for me, I don't care to show how this is what you need to do with your leash on a dog to do this with the dog because they're all so different. You can't do the same stuff that I'm doing. That's why everything is, at the end of the day, a theory of how to get stuff done, a theory of how to be able to move forward so that you do what you got to do with what's in your face. If you do exactly what I do, you're going to mess up. Straight up, you're going to mess up. But the one thing that I will recommend everybody to do is nothing. That's like the base foundation start. You start there and then you layer on where you want to go next, what you want to do, where you want to move forward with it. You do nothing at all. You need to build that foundation. You want to build it strong and very just super, super strong that nothing's going to mess it up. And that's being able to get the dog to be able to be with you while you're doing nothing at all, no matter what is going on around you. That's the start of it all. But the thing that I'm realizing is that's that start, and you work on that, and you finally being able to get that. That's all that you're actually looking for. You don't need anything more. You're not even going to desire really much of anything more. You're going to realize you have everything that you want. But that's the cool thing. That's the part of I have what I need, so stop trying to sell me stuff. So you're not going to look other places to try to be bought and trying to be sold. You're just going to say, I like what I like, I have what I have, and I'm going to move forward in life. You're going to live a really, really nice life.